The 10 greatest underdog anime characters you root super hard for. Number 10. Mashiro Moritaka, Bakuman. Bakuman is about the trials and tribulations of becoming a successful manga artist. Mashiro Moritaka, a 14-year-old nobody with no goals outside of getting friendly with his crush, doesn't seem like he has the drive to achieve his dreams. Once he actually tries to create a manga series, he runs into plenty of obstacles, such as critical editors and rejection, but still he continues moving forward. While he does eventually get a best-selling manga under his belt, it's a long road to reach that point. Number 9. Shirase Kobuchizawa, A Place Further Than the Universe. In A Place Further Than the Universe, Shirase Kobuchizawa wants to go to Antarctica to search for her missing mother, but the odds are stacked against her. First of all, she's a teenager, which means that she doesn't qualify for most expeditions. Secondly, the trip is super expensive, so she has to save money for years. At the start of the series, her goal seems utterly unachievable, but viewers still really want to see Shirase live her dreams. Number 8. Tomoko Kuroki, No matter how I look at it, it's you guys' fault I'm unpopular. No matter how I look at it, it's you guys' fault. I'm Unpopular is unique, as it features an underdog protagonist who never actually accomplishes any of her goals. Tomoko Kuroki is a high school student who wants desperately to be popular. But her social anxiety and abysmal interpersonal skills keep her from making any progress in that department. Despite her total social incompetence, it's hard not to hope that her next ridiculous scheme will actually get her some friends. Or, at the very least, that her next bad idea won't be straight out of a dating sim. Number 7. Moriko Morioka, Recovery of an MMO Junkie. Moriko Morioka of Recovery of an MMO Junkie quits her corporate job to play video games full-time. While this might be a pipe dream for many working stiffs, it's not exactly the sign of someone who is doing all right mentally. Sure, she's having fun gaming, but she's not maintaining a social life, exercising, or earning any money. When Moriko starts moving towards a romantic relationship that might help pull her out of her slump, viewers can't help but root for her to turn her life around. Number 6. Yuri Katsuki, Yuri, on Ice. Yuri Katsuki, the protagonist of Yuri, on Ice, starts off the series in a deep depression brought on by his embarrassing performance in a skating competition. He's out of shape, directionless, and spends most of his time moping around his parents' house. Things begin to pick up when his idol, pro skater Viktor Nikiforov, takes it upon himself to train Yuri for the next Grand Prix. Over time, Yuri improves his skills, gets a handle on his mental health issues, and actually ends up getting engaged to his new coach. Number 5. Usopp, One Piece. Most characters in One Piece have incredible supernatural abilities, except for Usopp. Unlike the rest of the pirate crew, Usopp is a relatively ordinary human being who doesn't gain any special abilities until deep into the series. His unexceptional persona is exactly what pushes viewers to root for him. He's easier to relate to than the inhumanly powerful Luffy. Number 4. Vegeta, Dragon Ball Z. At first glance, Vegeta of Dragon Ball Z might not seem like an underdog. After all, he's one of the most powerful beings in the galaxy. That said, he keeps falling short of one of his major goals, defeating Goku, or as he calls him, Kakarot, once and for all. Unfortunately for Vegeta, this goal remains frustratingly out of reach for the Saiyan Prince. The one time he does actually come out on top, he's thrashed by Goku's friends soon afterwards. Number 3. Shoyo Hinata, Haikyuu. Shoyo Hinata of Haikyuu wants to be amazing at volleyball, but that's easier said than done when you're only 5 feet 4 inches. While the kid can jump exceptionally high, that's not necessarily enough to make up for his height in a sport that centers on getting a ball over a net. Despite this setback, Hinata works his butt off, and it's hard not to want the little guy to achieve his dream. Number 2. Yato, Noragami. Noragami's protagonist Yato is a low-status deity who is trying desperately to collect enough money from his followers to buy himself a shrine, which he needs in order to be recognized as a real god. He does this by offering to do odd jobs for 5 yen apiece, and he saves his earnings in a jar. Needless to say, it's not really working all that well. While watching Yato struggle to achieve a goal that seems impossibly far out of reach, viewers can't help but root for him out of sheer pity. Number 1. Rock Lee, Naruto. Rock Lee starts off life with a disadvantage that most characters in Naruto don't have. He can't use chakra, the life force that allows ninja to use ninjutsu and genjutsu. This means that he can only use taijutsu, which amounts to real-life martial arts. In a world where being able to run up a wall by concentrating the chakra in your feet is a standard skill, and where abilities like controlling fire and cloning yourself are normal, Lee has to work double time if he wants to be a ninja. Things seem hopeless at first, but through tireless training, he becomes so good at taijutsu that he can hold his own against ninjutsu users.
Refer to Ranker.com.